Hey everybody, welcome to today's weekly success builder. Hope you've all had a great weekend. I don't know about the rest of you, but this has been an interesting year so far. But what I thought I would do today, and this call is probably going to be fairly short, but what I thought I would do today is share with you some content that NAMB has recently posted on our website that if you are looking for information to use as part of social media posts, blog content, need something to talk about on a video for TikTok or whatever the case may be, I thought that this might be useful for you. So I'm going to share my screen and just show you some information that we have recently posted. So this is the NAMB website, namb.org. If you have not been here before, I presume everybody on this call has been here at least once. But we have recently posted some additional pages onto our site, and one of them being understanding the trigger leads ban. So the trigger leads ban did go into effect last Thursday on March 5th. And in order to help loan originators and brokers share this information with our consumers, we've posted quite a bit of information on here. First is just a little brief overview of the information itself that President Trump signed it on September 5th. 2025, it went into effect 180 days from that date, which is why it went into effect on March 5th, 2026. Then this is some information of, to help you of what should you tell your clients regarding trigger leads. I don't know how much this made it into the regular mainstream media, but I know as far as our endemic media, our industry media, it was pretty top of mind last week. But I wanted to share this information with you so that if you wanted to utilize it to share with your consumers or on social media, it is here available for you. So first would be to set expectations up front. So yes, March 5th was the date that trigger leads are banned. Of course, doesn't mean that all calls are going to stop, but they should at least have significantly decreased. I don't know if anybody wants to comment in the chat to see if any of those applications you have done March 5th or later, if you did see the same amount of calls or calls slightly decreasing, please share that in the chat. This next flip box tells you what it bans and what it doesn't ban. So it does prohibit credit bureaus from selling consumers' data to third parties that have no existing relationship with. So lenders or servicers that they already do business with, like your current mortgage broker. So the way that we are interpreting the law until some rule or a ruling tells us different is that the originating loan originator, the originating mortgage broker, that is somebody that they are currently or have done business with on that particular transaction. They are permitted to reach out. As I said, servicers or anywhere that they may have a banking product with, they can reach out. So they have to have a pre-existing relationship. So it's the cold calls, the unsolicited outreach that is supposed to be eliminated as part of the trigger leads ban. This gives some information of tools that are still available that they can still use to eliminate any of these calls. The ban itself is focused only on mortgage trigger leads, but there are a lot of other entities that still utilize trigger leads. For example, insurance, whether that's auto insurance, homeowners insurance, health insurance, all of those trigger leads are still in effect. Whether that is any other type of financial related product other than mortgage. So they can still utilize optoutprescreen.com or call the number that's available on that website to opt out of pre-screened, not just credit, but also insurance offers as well. They can also still continue to register at donotcall.gov. That just adds another additional layer of protection. And of course, they can still do the credit freeze on all three bureaus just to sort of have maximum security. So they can still do all three of those items to protect their credit. And then, of course, you can, let them know that the ban validates basically what brokers offer, a transparent client-first process. Remind your borrowers that you work with them, that this is the law, brings the rest of the industry closer to the standards, of course, that we have already been holding. Then we have some frequently asked questions. What exactly is a trigger lead? What does the Homebuyers Privacy Protection Act prohibit? When does it go into effect? Does the ban apply nationwide? Yes, the federal law applies in all 50 states, and there are some states like Rhode Island, Connecticut, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Idaho, and Arkansas that also enacted their own trigger leads restrictions. So in those states, those consumers have 2 layers of protection. Can a lender ever contact a borrower using a trigger lead after March 5th? Once again, has to already have a financial relationship established. What to do if a lender violates the law? Of course, they can file complaints with the CFPB, the FTC, the State Attorney General's office. Those are all applicable areas where a consumer can go to file a complaint. Does this affect how mortgage brokers generate leads? And what should I tell a client who's still receiving unsolicited calls? So that's some FAQs that we have. Also, we have some ready-made, ready-to-use social media graphics that you can download to use. You just simply click on this website. You'll be asked, or a web link, you will be asked to provide your name, and email address, and your company name, and do your, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to have to try to figure out what motorcycle is in the image, but you get it. You can download some ready-made social media graphics there. We did start putting that out last week. We have had over 500 or more downloads that I last looked. So it is pretty popular. And then here's some other links to some different information. An article that was in MPA giving some more detailed info, and some various press releases just sort of over the course of time regarding trigger leads. So that is some information you can share with your consumers regarding trigger leads. So that's NAMB.org. Click on highlight advocacy, and then click on understanding the trigger leads ban. There is a lot that is happening in Washington, D.C. We do have that all in one location under a tab called NAMB Lobbies for You. You can click directly on that, and you can see some information that we have posted. You can reach out to our government affairs team, Marvin Hudson, Lauren Patterson. We have our lobby group, the Williams Group. This is what we're fighting for: regulatory reform, market access and competition, professional standards, consumer protection. More information on the back of each of these flip boxes. This is a link to bills we are watching. You can go to this page and it will show you bills that we are currently tracking. Some we may be supporting, some we may be monitoring. The big bill right now that is sort of in discussion is was called the Road to Housing Act of 2025. It recently had sections of the House Bill 6644 incorporated into it. And so now the bill name has changed to, I believe it's now the the Road for Housing for the 21st Century Act, something like that. Don't quote me on it. But that is soon to go before the Senate for a vote, and potentially become law. It has a lot of affordable housing and appraisal measures built within it. If you have not looked at the components of that bill, highly recommend it. Has a lot of info that you can have for yourself, for your own information, potentially share on social media. And then these are just a bunch of other bills that we are currently monitoring and or supporting that you may find of interest. We also have two downloads. We have our legislative priorities here, and we have our regulatory initiatives. Legislative, of course, is focused on different points that can be corrected through congressional action. Regulatory initiatives or priorities are different points that can be changed by our regulators, whether that's the GSEs, Fannie and Freddie through FHFA, or HUD, VA, or USDA. Those are all listed there. And we do currently have a white paper out on housing affordability that you can access from this page. It also has a link to a talking point. We also made a request to the FHFA director to increase HomeReady and Home Possible eligibility to 120% AMI. If you click on that and download it, you can see quite a bit of stats within there that would support the raising of the area median income from its current level of 80% to 120%. We are also sending Director Pulte a follow-up letter on that. That's actually happening this week, so I will post that on this page as well. So there's a lot of info there available to you that you can review and utilize for your own edification, consumer information, or social media posts. We also are rolling out a proposal for tiered MIP. There is currently a bill in the House, HR 5508, which is calling for an outright elimination of life of loan MIP. We have recently met with the FHFA, I'm sorry, not FHFA, the FHA commissioner, and from that conversation came a recommendation that we are making to the sponsor of this bill, Representative Meeks, for a tiered MIP reduction framework. And so this is our proposal of, instead of an outright elimination of life of loan, that we have a tiering of MIP. This goes into a lot of detail of how much money that could save a homeowner if this tiered MIP is enacted. So the first one would reduce it by 50%. The second tier would reduce it down to 60%, and the third tier would be reduced down to 75%, all based on LTV of their current mortgage. And then we also are rolling out a campaign called the Essential Role of Mortgage Brokers. This is going to be a much bigger campaign here in the coming weeks and months, but this currently has a sheet, an overview sheet of our campaign that talks about who we as mortgage brokers serve, what makes us different, the economic impact that we create for our communities, who we provide a specific value for. But it also outlines the regulatory challenges that we're facing and why our channel matters. So you are going to see a lot more coming out regarding this particular topic, but this is also available on this NAMB Lobbies for You page. We also have an upcoming event called Advocacy in Action, which is April 21st. We are joining with the Broker Action Coalition on. It is as I said, Tuesday, April 21st in Washington, D.C. at the National Press Club. That happens on Tuesday. But what happens on Wednesday? Wednesday is when we actually do go to the Hill and we lobby. And so on that NAMB Lobbies for You page under this section, we do have some more detailed information about lobbying. If you are in the DC area, if you have a passion for government affairs and representation for yourself and your industry, we highly encourage you to attend both days. This gives you some more information about why to lobby, what to expect, who should attend, why it matters. And as we have our talking points available for this event, we will make it available on this website as well and send it out to our email database. Since we're on the topic of advocacy, I did want to point out also, we are making a large push right now also for NAMPAC, our political action committee. You probably have seen quite a few emails over the past week to 10 days regarding that. If you're not familiar with NAMPAC, this is our voluntary, nonpartisan political action committee. You can make donations into the PAC. 100% of all donations made go to the legislators and or candidates who support mortgage brokers' interests on Capitol Hill. Another thing that we are offering that also goes donations to NAMPAC is we are offering a raffle. It's $100. You can enter to win a 7-night stay in Aruba, plus up to $1,500 in airfare. So if you're interested in donating to PAC and would like to throw your hat in the raffle, you can do that here on this page as well. And then this just gives some more information about PAC itself. If you want to click to donate directly, you can just click from this page. This is the campaign, how much we've raised so far. And then you just click on donate now, and you can either do a one-time donation or you can do like I do and donate monthly. I happen to donate $99 a month to our political action committee. I donate to this particular PAC because I know that all the money that I'm contributing is going to legislators and or candidates that support the industry that I work in. So I hope that all of that info isn't too overwhelming, but I did want to make everyone aware. I know that a lot of us are always looking for information that we can share with our consumers to make ourselves reinforce the fact that we are the professionals in the industry. We are looking out for their best interests. So please, by all means, go to any of those pages, take any of that information available to you to share. And if you're not a member of NAMB, please go to namb.org, click that join button in the upper right-hand corner. You can join for as little as $14.99 a month, or $150 for a year, or $270 for 2 years. So please support the industry and the association that is supporting you. So that is all I have for today. Wanted to just give you some of this information that we are actively sharing so that you have it available to you. You know exactly where it is and you can access it. Hope to see everybody on the next weekly Success Builder. We will not be having a call next Monday. I will be at another event. So our next call will be Monday, March 23rd. Hope to see all of you there and hope you make this week a success.